Hi everyone, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm going to be conducting a general energy reading for the collective, so please be advised to take what resonates, leave the rest behind. So for the downloaded message, I was getting a feeling of just retreat, hold back, fall back kind of energy. And it's interesting because just before I was just sorting the decks out and putting them away, I was sort of hearing that you need to kind of like observe more rather than engage in whatever is unfolding around you. And typical as I just, split the deck, I got the Queen of Wands upright, but I also got the Devil card in the upright position too. And it just feels as if like you could get triggered into something. Like this could either be some kind of clickbait or baiting kind of energy, or just like what you're witnessing, what you're seeing that's unfolding could trigger you into, doing something that, it's that basically you don't want to be like involved in something that it's going to be difficult for you to get out of. So this type of quantum entanglement is not really going to be feasible for you right now. You need to be in an energy of observation, observing rather than absorbing right now, okay? So without further ado, let's just kind of see what that entails. Remember, this is a timeless reading, it's general, so only take the parts that really and truly resonate with you and forget everything else, all right? Don't get involved in something that you don't want to be a part of, okay? So that message just popped in. Yeah, just kind of like, I'm just seeing again, like, it might just try to destabilize you. And, the Eight of Wands is kind of like telling you to kind of like, just kind of stabilize yourself, ground yourself. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm hearing this is good. Split the deck in 3 and let's go. Okay. Right. So first up, what we've got, the first card, we have got the 10 of Swords in upright position. Okay, so there's some kind of ending, something that you may have got through. Either this is personal or what you're witnessing, situations. So something's ended, okay? Something's about to end, whatever, but there's a new beginning that's unfolding. And you could still be going through, it's almost as if like you're not really out of the woods as yet, because of this being the first card in the spread already. It's kind of giving me like this is an intense sort of situation. The Ace of Swords being in the reverse, to me, it just feels as if like you're still in this energy here, in this 10 of Swords, rather than saying anything that might be, not the right thing to say, especially stay silent. And there also could be something that you may not be aware of as yet. Okay. The next card that I've got is, this is why you need to kind of like don't get involved in something that you want to be involved in. This quantum entanglement, that's going to be quite tricky to get out of. And we did see the Queen of Wands and upright, and we saw the Devil card upright. So you really need to kind of like, don't say anything, even though this is unfolding, because this is in the middle of the spread already. Let it play out. If people accuse you of being a coward, or, oh, you should be involved in this kind of energy, this could be protests, this could be online reactions to something, because, you know, you've got the swords there. You're advised just to hold back. It's more wiser to gauge the situation out rather than to be involved in it. And then how are you going to get yourself out of it if you don't see the exit strategies, like, you know, beforehand? This is where this is ideal, because with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, this means then that this is getting over this oppression, like you're not allowing yourself to be, you know, held in this situation. You're not really responsible for this Five of Wands. It's not your responsibility to be involved in this drama. Let me just write that title down. Bear with me a sec, guys. Okay, I just needed to write that down, and I just saw 555 when I paused the reading. So there's some kind of change that's going on here. Let's see what the next card is. And we've got the Strength card. You're being really guided right now. And this is, thank goodness, this is Major Arcana, and this is in the upright position. Hold your position. Hold your ground. Stand your ground from a safe distance. This doesn't mean that you don't care. Doesn't mean that at all. It just means that where you are being led to, where you're being guided to right now, supersedes this energy. And it's a Five of Wands. I mean, like, this is either, you know, this can really land you in some serious problems. If you have already come out from the Ten of Swords already, do you really think it's necessary to go back into this? You may have been involved in this kind of energy before and realized through a very, you know, harsh awakening, rude awakening, that wasn't really what you needed to get yourself involved in. You know, this could have been dealing with legal issues, could have been involved, you know, been on the wrong side of the law. I'm just saying. And it's not really, you know, for some, I'm hearing sort of like it's duty or family duty. No, it's down to the individual. We've gone past this stage right now where, you know, we have to stay polarized. Who the fuck says that you have to stay polarized when you know that you're not meant to? You're being guided away from that kind of mindset. And only those that are in this kind of energy would accuse you of bailing out, copping out, etc., etc. Okay? The card underneath the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups in the reverse, because you see through the bullshit. You're no longer caught up in the illusion of whatever this situation is all about. So it's like you're passing tests. You may have gone through, as I said, a situation with the Ten of Swords, but you now know to stay silent. Don't get engaged with this. It only leads to further mayhem, chaos, and more trouble for yourself. And I'm really getting that you are not meant to be there again anymore. All right? Now, I'm going to expand on this energy, this reading, and let's just get in a little bit more, because I want to find out about what happened. You know, let's find out a little bit more about the Ten of Swords energy. See what this means for the collective right now. Sorry guys, I'm just shuffling. I really want to make sure I get a good shuffle to see what the F's been going on. I really feel that these are not even in control of their thoughts and their actions right now, what comes out of their mouths, and, you know. But this is something that you can see already. This is why you're not involving yourself. Your guides are saying, you know, just don't do it, it's not worth it. Okay, this feels good. And yes, it is. Split the deck in three and let's go. Okay. So this is going to give us, for all of these cards here. So first up with the 10 of Swords being in the upright position, we have got the High Priestess in the reverse. So something has been revealed to you. Maybe this is your sort of oversoul, your higher self, if you want to call it that, or your guides that's revealed something quite significant to you. Okay? Or this is something that you're seeing for yourself, where there's some kind of, remember what I just said about, I don't think that these people are in total control of what they say and what they do. And with this High Priestess energy in the reverse, is either something's been revealed or there's some kind of, you know, nefarious activity that's at play here. The next card that we've got for the Ace of Swords in the reverse, we have got the 10 of Cups. Your silence equals inner peace. Your silence equals inner peace to you. This 10 of Cups, and it's great to see that this is what follows. You could have really and truly got your life together in the 10 of Cups. There could be a lot of jealousy around that because people just don't like the fact that you're happy. Well, fuck them. It's not their life. It's yours. If they can't handle the fact that you're happy, then piss off. It's as simple as that. Like, how difficult is that to understand? You don't really want to have anything to do with these people. And, you know, sometimes you really have to kind of put people in their place by speaking a kind of way that you may not normally. It might make you feel a bit uncomfortable if you have to, you know, use a few naughty words, but hello, it's going to stop them. And if you've moved away physically from this and you've moved, like, say that if you've moved out of the city, you know, a really, you know, dodgy urban areas, as most of these kind of places seem to be right now, and you're in the country, this is what you're visualizing, or this is where you're at right now. Within yourself, your silence is your inner peace. So this is really wonderful to see. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of writing down some keywords here, which I feel is really necessary to write down. You can even say that yourself, like, my silence is my inner peace. That's where it's at. So let's have a look at the 5 of Wands. We've got the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity. This is, you can clearly see, and especially with the 7 of Cups being in the reverse, that this is not really good for you. You may have had to actually put people in their place and speak your truth. And if it really pisses people off that you've either said, look, I'm leaving, I'm going, like, this isn't for me anymore, or you try to drop some kind of truth, you know, situation, red pill somebody, black pill somebody, or some people, and they just can't handle the truth, well, then you can handle the truth more than them. That's what that's showing you. These are people that, you know, there's a saying that says that if you can't handle the truth, don't go looking for it. You know, that's another thing. But you can handle it. You've seen it. You've seen it for yourself. You've seen the BS at play. You've seen the hustle. And you don't need the hassle. Let's have a look at the 10 of Wands in the reverse. You've got patience. The 7 of Discs, or the 7 of Pentacles. This is patient energy. This is being grounded. And this is very, very wise. You know, and I kind of get in, I'm going to just pop that there, that if you have moved somewhere physical and you're away from it all, like, this is you, like, this could be, let's just visualize, this could be you in your remote area, if you've bought land, property like this, of this kind of nature, and this could be you in a greenhouse, and you're just really, you know, within yourself, you're planting seeds, you're growing, you're building. This is far more greater and far more better than this 5 of Wands. Okay? So this really does speak volumes as to where it's at with you. You've had to let go of a lot of these oppressive ideas, ideologies, belief systems in order to retain your authenticity or to return back to your authenticity, your remembrance through resonance. Let's have a look at the Strength card in the upright position. We've got the Judgment in the reverse. So I'm not saying that this is kind of like judging people, but this is also like a rude awakening. Also, because of what I said earlier about some kind of legal situation that somebody, you might have been in. You may have gone through some form of legal situation where you were judged. You may have been acquitted or, served your time. Okay, then why the hell would you want to go back into that system for it to become institutionalized again? No. You've done your research. You've done the right thing. You may have taken the rap for others, but it's not your responsibility anymore. If people look up to you as a top dog or somebody as a leader, and you're dealing with all these people, you may have left it and said, you're going to have to find your own way. I have to find mine. It's time for this now. And they're cussing you out for it. Well, that's on them. That's the responsibility, the burdens have to be falling on them now. They have to pick up the pieces within themselves and get it together. If not, then they're not meant to, not in this lifetime. So let's look at the card underneath the bottom of the deck. We have got the Nine of Discs in the reverse. So this is really about, let's just hold this together. Seeing the reality for what it is. That if, you've seen it like the veil lifted and seeing that I won't be sovereign, I will not be independent. I'll be codependent. They want me to be codependent in this Five of Wands energy. But I can't and I won't. I can't have that and I won't have that. And this is why it was important for you to create that space away from them and just keep it real, by keeping it moving. Let's close out this reading. Oh shit. Sorry guys, the deck's nearly slid off the table. So 17. I've seen a lot of 7s and 17s lately. I just saw 1717 on the clock. Probably certain numbers that are really just popping up in your face. I've been seeing lots of 2s, 5s. So, even if you may not be somebody that looks at, numbers and stuff like that, you can't ignore the synchronicities. Okay, you can't sort of rule it out as, it's just a coincidence and stuff. No. Nothing is a coincidence in this world, and everything is made up of energy, numbers, frequency, harmonics, tones, vibrations. So everything that you think is solid, that looks solid, isn't, because it's a moving, it's energy, it's moving around, held within the density that it's formed in. All right, let me just get these cards. So the first card I'm just going to pull from the top, and then I'll just pull at random as I normally do. So the first card that's coming out for this message we have got is Chamber of Power, and this to me aligns straight with the Strength card. You're holding on to your power, you're taking your power back and being in a very powerful, giving me this kind of Emperor type energy. You're in control of your mind, your thoughts, your actions. Okay, holding on to your sovereignty. You know better. And I'm not saying it in a way to sort of like put you on a pedestal or to, be very egotistical here. This is not that. This is ego. But what you're doing is not. Okay. The next card. All right, let me see what this one is, because it wants to come out. We've got Chamber of Transformation. And this is why they don't want you to be involving yourself in all of this, because you're going through a death, an ego death you may have experienced, or a soul death. Like a, the words escape me. Like you're letting go, there's this, like these butterflies are kind of like reminding me of like flakes. That's, like when you see some films and All right, I'm just trying to think of some kind of movie. All right, so like the vampires, right? And they, they sort of like get turned to ash, and they, the sun is just sort of like burning through, and they sort of like flake away. This is what I'm getting, like the outer layers of you that's all flaking away, those parts of you that have served their purpose, served their time, this unveiling, this shedding of those old worn out energies that will go back to the ethers and be transformed into something else. But those energies are outdated, and they've served their purpose with your inner being, with your core. Okay. Anything where people, family, friends or whatever, that are trying to sort of get you to be around them or whatever, it's like, I can't. The next card that I've got for you is freedom. This is where it's at with you right now. And silence, and this energy is freeing you from this, from these burdens. You're no longer trapped like these lot. And the 5 and the 5 is the 10. We've got 2 10s here. The next card that I've got, next message we've got is sensuality. So there's a softening in your aura. There's a softening within your heart. Yes, you have compassion. And this is what I'm saying. If they accuse you of not caring or whatever, you do care, because you cared enough to walk away. And, not judging them, but it's just that you've got this compassion within your health, within your self, that's coming back, that's unfolding, or not really say coming back. I think it was always there. It was just laying a bit dormant. And through this transformation is this unfolding, like going from dark back into light. And then the next card I've got, I want to speak, is plenty. And it's taken me straight back to the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles, where there's an energy of abundance. And I don't mean it through, this is spiritual abundance. This is not material abundance per se, although that can be included. But your mindset is abundant. The way how you view things, that's abundance. Your health, your life, that's abundance. Your experience here, is that kind of way now. But it's just that everybody's life can be abundant, but they just, from where they're at right now and their situation that they're in, it's not really possible for them at this precise moment in time. But it doesn't mean that they can't experience that themselves at a later point, or if they pop out of their bodies and go into another one, so that they're able to experience that kind of abundance somewhere else. Okay, abundance isn't just on this planet, it's universal. Underneath the bottom of the deck, we have got Chamber of Surrender. You've surrendered and let go. And surrendering, is freeing yourself from all of this. And this is taking me straight to the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So that's really interesting to see. So guys, this is what I've got. Hopefully this is kind of giving you some kind of confirmation to your situation. If it doesn't really fit in with you, then that's okay. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Take care.